Josh, it's great to speak with you, my friend. Where are you right now in the world? Where you sitting?
I am currently at the XIX office here in California, Los Angeles, California.
Ah, how is California?
It's actually really hot. It's been really hot lately. And coming from Canada, it's been pretty nice.
So you can understand why right now I just met you and now I hate you. You can understand that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, how's it at home in Alberta though?
It was great. I was there like 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Um, we had a real cold winter. So that was like I just had to stay inside all the time.
Okay, I like you again.
Yeah, yeah. Where are you? Are you in
Toronto.
Toronto?
In Toronto
The
right
hat.
now.
Hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so right now the weather is a little bit snowy. It's like, +1, so we're doing okay. How has it been for you though, man? Going from Alberta to California with COVID going on and the atmosphere in both areas are completely different. How do you adjust to that going from one place to another?
Well, right now the restrictions are actually pretty similar. There's like no masks outside. Everybody's chill. But then when you have to go into a place or sit down to eat, you when you're inside, you're wearing masks, and when you have to sit down and eat somewhere, you have to show proof of vaccination. So it's pretty much the same as Canada. But it has been so different. All the places I've been within this pandemic, and you just have to take all like the precautions, I guess. Get your PCR tests, and I've been vaccinated, and there's certain requirements that are required to go to certain places, and just follow that and sanitize your hands, and just that's kind of it.
Fantastic, my friend. Great to hear. Look, I gotta say right off the top, now United, congratulations on being part of this international group. We're going to talk about the new single. We're going to talk about. I want to talk about your career, man. But how does it feel knowing though that? And don't say the name of the song just yet. But how does it feel having music out there, knowing that for the last 2 3 years, man, we've been going through such a tough time, and it's music and performances that you and your group are able to do that give us those moments of forgetting about the tough times and enjoying the good times, especially through rhythm.
Well, it's that's something Now United has strived for since the very beginning, even before the pandemic. Simon Fuller, our creator and manager, boss man, he always had the vision of Now United being a positive kind of light in the world. And even before the pandemic, things were like getting like there's a lot of conflict in the world, and there's a lot of negativity. So all of our music is all about love, positivity. We're just here to spread all the good vibes through music and dance. And I guess through the pandemic, it's become more, I don't know the word, I would say apparent and more needed by the world as times have gotten a bit darker. Um, but yeah, we strive to be the most positive we can.
Vibe and rhythm seem to be your essence, my friend, from the day you were born. I want to talk about a little bit of how that all started. Where did that love come from? Where did it all begin for you, man?
So for me, I started dancing when I was 6, and my mom put me into dance because on that side, I come from a musical family where my aunt is like a music teacher. Um, my grandpa is a composer for a jazz band. He taught music for
Oh,
so many years. So my mom's side of the family is super into like the arts and music, and we used to watch So You Think You Can Dance, which is created by Simon Fuller, and used to watch that every night it was on, and I loved watching it so much with her that she put me into dance classes. Actually sat out the first month of dance classes because I was so terrified. I was the only boy in there. Um, but then from there, I just continued to do more and more and more with it, and I started to excel in it, and eventually saw it as becoming something I wanted to do with my career, in my life, and started coming out to LA, kind of monthly, I guess, and doing different jobs and doing a bunch of classes, getting my face out there, getting signed by agencies, and then a few years later, XIX Entertainment found me online and asked me to audition for this group.
Now, I'm just curious though, man. What did dance do for you? When I say that, I mean we could talk about health wise, of course, being healthy and everything else. But I mean for confidence, what did it do for you? Because you talked about it when you were 6 years old. You didn't want to go out there and dance. What did it do for you? And did that help you, I guess, realize that no matter what, you can achieve?
Well, I grew up in sports. I did every sport except for basketball because I'm only like 5'9". Um, but it was I was really athletic kid.
Mhm.
So when I was put into dance, I was still doing sports, but something about dance just kind of clicked for me, and it made me feel uh, like I was doing something I was supposed to do. Like it was a
Yeah.
purpose for me. And every time I get up on stage and I can do something that will wow someone or connect with someone in the audience, or just I don't know, connect in the way that art does for many people, um, that is like my greatest achievement. Every time I can get up there and just live it all out on the stage. And for that reason, I stuck with dance more. And coming from Alberta, it was a bit hard in like school because everyone plays hockey out there, and they're a
Yeah.
bit more country than the rest. But it was a little bit hard at times. There was some bullying. There was just I don't know. They thought it was really feminine that I was dancing, but in the end, I feel like I kind of won because I was always hanging around girls all the time, and they
That's
were
what I was gonna get to.
sweaty
That's
locker
exactly what I
room.
was about to get to. Like, what were these guys thinking? They're like, "Yeah, you get to hang around young ladies.
Yeah,
That's a bonus, my friend."
yeah. I think I won in the end.
Yeah, you definitely did. Who did you look up to in dance? Were there any artists that you saw on television that sometimes you'd say, "Man, I wish I could perform with them or performed like them"?
Well, it's changed a lot throughout the years. My very first ever inspiration was Benji Schwimmer, who was on So You Think You Can Dance, and yeah, he was my first inspiration. I've always looked up to artists like Usher, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, all the ones that are all-rounded performers that can sing and dance and just put on a show. I've always loved those. There's a lot of movers in like the dance community whose names you probably won't recognize at all. But there's some like Philip Shabib has always been a huge inspiration for me. He was also on So You Think You Can Dance. Um, yeah, there's a bunch. There's a bunch in the dance industry. But yeah, I've had a bunch of inspirations throughout my life.
Can we talk about something I don't think people truly realize as a dancer, singer, performer, how hard it is to dance and sing at the same time, still hitting those notes, being able to breathe, facial expressions, and everything else. I had to do it once for a competition, and honest to God, after my 2.5 minutes, they could have rushed me in an ambulance and take me to the hospital. How tough is it to do it and training for this?
Yeah, well, it's true. It's the most challenging thing that I've ever tried to do. It's like compared to running on a treadmill while boxing and singing at the same time, not just talking. And so you're pushing even more air out. So if you can imagine doing that for like an hour and a half show that we're about to go and do, it requires a bit of stamina.
Oh, come on. Look, you got to hit every note, facial expressions. You got to hit every beat because the kind of dancing you do, you can't make a little stumble or error. Everybody's going to see it. It's got to be sharp, quick. That takes a lot of skill, my friend.
Yeah, yeah. Been working on it for a while.
Well, let's talk about Simon Fuller and where that all started too. When did that combination come together with you, the group, and him? Or I should say, you, him, and the group. That's the way it should be.
So it was 2017. I got an email when I was in like competition season for dance. I was just going to competition season, which is in like March and April, May. kind of springtime, and I got an email from XIX Entertainment that was like telling me about this project. It's a global pop group. Simon Fuller is looking for the talents from all over the world to represent their country. And I just thought it was so fake. I thought it was like the fakest, like it was a scam. But I responded just to see where it would go, and then I eventually like got on Zoom calls with some of the staff here, and I saw them sitting in this building looking out over all of Los Angeles, and I was like, okay, I think they're legit. And so from there, I flew out to LA. I was in an audition with like 50 kids.
Wow.
And it was a week experience and audition at the same time. We were recording, singing, vocal lessons, dance lessons, choreography, styling, modeling, interviews,
Wow.
social media training. It was all of that in 1 week. And I think on the second last day, actually, Simon came in and was like, I've already decided who I want. And he picked out 14 kids, and I was the last one.
Man, I'm just curious. Throughout that week, did you have a bucket that you were throwing up in, man? Because that sounds like that was a lot of pressure on you.
Well, it was definitely the most pressure I've had at any audition for sure. I remember thinking to myself, I was like, I was going through like a hard time in my career, I guess, and I was like, if I don't make it into this thing, I don't see a future for like myself, which is not true. I was being so hard on myself, but I was like, I'm gonna stop dancing if I don't make this audition, and I knew I wasn't
Wow.
gonna stop dancing, so I had to make it. And so I just gave it my all, everything there, and yeah, it worked.
So what's it like, man, when you're traveling around? Like, what countries have you gone to? And what's it like to perform on stage with these other members that seems like you guys have become a family?
Yeah, well, with the countries, we've been to over 25, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Um,
wait, and I got, 25 countries. And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Dude, I've probably gone to maybe 3 or 4 countries, and I'm like 8 times older than you are. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's everyone's like, oh, I'm so jealous of you. You're traveling everywhere, and yeah, it's the best thing ever. Traveling is the getting to see the world is the coolest thing you could possibly do in this life. I'll say that.
Are the audiences all the same, or do you guys adjust your shows to each audience?
We adjust our shows to each audience because we do have songs that are Spanish. We have Arabic songs. We
Wow.
have a bit of Portuguese. We have English. We have a bunch of English. We have a bit of some Asian languages in there. We've had a bit of Chinese, Mandarin. We've had some Korean, and we've also have some new ones, and actually another one that is in Japanese. So we do change every once in a while, but we also do perform those different language songs in other countries, and they still love it.
So,
So
in a small way, you know several different languages then.
yeah, a little bit of all these different languages. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Look, let's get into this because I've been holding you back from talking about this new single that you guys have that's been rocking the world. What is the song called and what is it about?
The song is called Jump. It is kind of like a dance clubby song. It was produced by Rehab, who has some of the biggest like party songs in the world. He's incredible producer. We got also to work with a new virtual artist called Alta. So completely virtual, and she was put into the music video after we shot it. So it looks like she's actually there. It's crazy, and she's amazing. And the song is basically just about having fun, jumping, getting. It's a party song, so it's one you want to play at a party and you just jump up and down to. And we actually shot that one in Portugal, and it was in this cool kind of container area, and it was lit amazing, and it was super fun.
Sounds like something's going to re kick off, man, when the summer kicks around because people definitely want to jump and have a good time. Is the group going to be having an album out in some way or an EP or something like that?
Honestly, I haven't really even asked Simon about that, but That's just something that we've never really done. We just put out singles, single. We do have a bunch of songs in the bank that haven't been released. So maybe he's planning to let us release an album, but at this point, I don't think we're focused on an album. We're focused on our tour coming up and some new music videos, maybe recording some new songs. But yeah, the album I don't think is something we're focused on right now.
Okay, when you mentioned tour, is the great red and white maple leaf going to be involved with this tour?
I don't know, actually. I
Mm,
don't think so, sadly. I
mm.
don't think so. But right now, it's just announced as Brazil and Portugal. I'm not even sure what other countries they have planned for us because I'm pretty sure we have other countries planned. Um, but yeah, I don't even know yet.
Okay, so now I just want to talk you and I together, right? I don't want Simon involved with this, just you and I.
All right.
I know you're doing great with this and everything else, but again, between you and I, there's got to be somewhere where you're thinking, okay, at some point in my career, I'd like to put out maybe my own album or, my own single. Are
Mhm.
there some thoughts in the future that these things could be happening where you have your own solo career?
Of course. I mean, I would be stupid to not want to think about that and kind of plan for my future. Um, I, I mean, this project has been an amazing platform for me to grow on and just become myself as an artist, as a person, and kind of mature in that way. And it's been my focus for the past 4 years, and it continues to be my focus. But for sure, in the future, I would love to release my own stuff and yeah.
I'd love to see it, man, and hopefully I will be able to, and we can do another interview on that. But in the meantime, though, as you're traveling the world, ambassadors of goodwill when it comes to music and vibe, what advice or message that you can give folks out there? Because as you know, we're all having a hard time. I mean, here in Canada, we got the trucker war going on and
Yeah.
everything else too. A lot of people are on the negative trying to find the positive. What positive vibe can you throw down at us to help us get through all of this?
Something for me that has been really helpful, I would say. Um, I think that human connection is something that everybody needs and everybody uh, should go out and experience a lot more. I feel like we sit inside on our phones all the time and just kind of experience things through our phones and what other people are doing. And go out and experience things, go out and meet your friends. I know there's a pandemic, but like be safe about it. And if you are like at risk, don't listen to me. But I think I think when you go and you meet with people you really connect with and you really do love and adore and love to be around, that is when you are going to have the most fun. I also am a huge believer of you can be at the best place in the world and be with the wrong people and
Yes.
it could be terrible. But if you are at the worst place in the world and you have the best people around you, you will have an amazing time.
My brother, you are a young cat with an old school soul. I love this. Look, congratulations with all the success. Looking forward to talking to you again with more success coming your way. And thank you for the cool vibes. Thank you so much, my friend.
Of course. Thank you so much.